everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my predictions for the Japanese Grand Prix. It is a race week again. Obviously it's our last race week for a while actually, because unfortunately the two Grand Prix in April got cancelled due to the conflict, which was definitely the right decision to be made, but obviously very sad for everyone who wants to see a 24 race season. But it also gives teams a bit more time to work on cars, try to catch up with the regulations, which I think is going to definitely be helpful for a lot of teams. Not naming any names, but Aston Martin, Cadillac, Williams and McLaren, and Red Bull as well actually, because even though McLaren is looking worse when you go off recency bias, with both of McLaren's not starting the last Grand Prix, Red Bull is looking worse pace-wise. If they were both in a race and they both actually finished a race, then the McLarens would finish in front of the Red Bull. So there are a lot of teams who are probably going to be very happy to have this time to catch back up. But I've just got some super easy predictions today. It's not a sprint weekend, so let's get straight into qualifying. So, for pole, I've gone for Charles Leclerc. This might be delusional, probably is delusional. It's a Ferrari hopium just coursing around in my veins for some reason. But, I mean, I think we probably will see George Russell or Kimi Antonelli on pole, but who can hope? Everyone can hope that we'll see a Ferrari on pole. And although Lewis had obviously an amazing Chinese Grand Prix, finally got his first podium for Ferrari, which I'm super happy about, Charles does say that he doesn't like the Chinese track. It doesn't click with him as much as other tracks do. So I do think Charles is still the one who clicks with the Ferrari car the best right now. I'm not saying he's a better driver than Lewis. I'm just saying he seems to get the most out of this Ferrari car in the past season clearly, and I think a bit this season, but him and Lewis have been very evenly matched this season so far. But I think if a Ferrari were to get pole, which probably won't happen, but if they were, it would be Charles. That's a very long-winded explanation because that's kind of a delusional pick, but it's not as delusional as going for like Lando Norris, which is who I would actually want to go for. But that's kind of my reasonable but not very reasonable pick. And then I've gone more reasonable for the actual race. I've gone that George Russell will win because, I mean, it's pretty likely. But then I've said Charles Leclerc will only fall down to second and Lewis Hamilton will make it on the podium again and take third place. Now you guys might be wondering, where the hell has she put Kimi Antonelli? And I've said that my surprise prediction is that Kimi will crash. When I say crash, actually, let's just say DNF. Kimi will either crash during the race or have like a DNF, or someone else will crash into him. But my surprise prediction is that he won't finish. I'm just trying to make it interesting, guys, with a Charles pole and a Kimi crash, and yet I still put George to win. But, you know, I feel like predictions could get very boring very easily because it's quite predictable this season so far. So I put in a Kimi crash, and if that happens, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jinx him, but it would be, obviously no crash is entertaining, but it would be entertaining for the championship standings point of view. I'm not wishing anybody to crash. And then I said best of the rest will be Ollie Behrman. He's proven it quite a few times. It feels like we're a lot further into the season than two races, because it feels like the season's so predictable already, but so much can happen in a season. I mean, we started last season and we were like, Lando Norris is going to be world champion, which at the end of the season he ended up being world champion, but like the start of the season, the end of the season matched, but the story in the middle did not match. We thought it was going to be Oscar for the longest time, and then we were like, oh my god, is Max going to have a comeback? Like, it was crazy. So this season is seeming a bit predictable, with everyone's thinking George is going to take it, George is going to be the champion, and he might be, but I think we just need to bring a bit more fun into the predictions, otherwise we're all going to get very bored very quickly. And I don't think, well, I would say I don't think an F1 season can be boring, but Verstappen did win all but one of the races in 2023. So let's hope it's not that bad. Let's hope it's not that bad, but we'll see. And then I said Fernando Alonso won't start. The Aston Martin car isn't good. You probably all saw that clip of him having to take his hand off a wheel and like shake it because of vibrations. That's not good. If he has any problems in like any of the free practices or any of quali, he might just not start. And then I said Isaac Hadjar would DNF. Again, I'm not trying to jinx anything. Red Bull is very not good for reliability right now. And Max went out last race, then Isaac went out the race before, so I think it's Isaac's time again to go out. Obviously I hope they get their reliability issues sorted soon, because we want to see like the actual pace difference between Isaac and Max, and we haven't been able to see that because of the reliability issues and DNF and all the time, so it's not been very helpful. And I've said I think every week for predictions I'm going to choose a random team. I've just chosen a random team this time, but maybe next time I'll put it on a wheel or like a random generator. And we can spin the wheel, and whatever team it says, I will tell you which teammate I think is going to like win against their other teammate. I'm not sure if that's made any sense, but okay, this week I chose McLaren, and I personally think Oscar is going to out-qualify Lando, but Lando's going to finish the race in front of Oscar, and I'm hoping, praying, and also predicting that they're both going to finish the race. Please let them finish the race. So when I say Ollie Behrman is best of the rest, I'm expecting 7 of the top 8. No, actually, I'm predicting 6 of the top 8 cars to finish, because I'm predicting that Kimi will DNF and Isaac Hadjar will DNF. So I'm predicting that 6 of the top 8 cars will finish in the top 6, and then Ollie Behrman will get 7th. And let's throw in a rogue prediction of Pierre Gasly in 8th. And I'm just predicting my whole grid at this point, but I am going to put Franco Colapinto in 9th. Who should I put in 10th? Who are we thinking? I'm going to throw a rogue Alex Albon in 10th. It could be Esteban Ocon, could be Nico Hülkenberg, could be Gabriel Bortoleto, but I'm going to put Alex Albon in there, because I think we all came into this season really wanting Alex to either get a podium or a win for Williams, and seeing how far off the pace they've been has been like really painful, especially for Williams fans. So I'm just hoping they can drag themselves into points every so often, and hopefully fix their car over the break that we're going to have soon. But those are my predictions for the weekend. Not many this weekend, but again, if you guys think of any fun categories I could do during these predictions videos, please let me know. I'm open to any suggestions. I will obviously be reacting to these predictions after a weekend, seeing how right I was, seeing how wrong I was, and just telling you my thoughts in general of the race, any of the drama that went on, and stuff like that. I have other F1 videos on my channel if you want to check them out, and next week or some point during the break that we have in April from Formula 1, I will be releasing an F1 journal video if anybody's interested in that, and also a couple of reading vlogs, because I'm also a reader, so if you also happen to be a reader as well as an F1 fan, please stick around for that, because I'm planning to do some reading vlogs over the small little F1 break that we have. It kind of feels like summer break already. Let's just call it spring break. It's going to feel a bit weird because we've only been back for 2 races so far, but it would have been 3 races. So it's definitely going to feel a bit weird, but everyone out there, stay safe. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. Bye.